Hello everyone, and welcome back to the altars. It's day 78, and it feels like we're very close to the end of this journey. There's a magnetic storm coming in 5 hours, but regardless of that, I think our scientist, yep, where he went, is heading out to, I don't know, find the meaning of life, maybe. At least that's the name of the task. Yeah, but he's trying to figure out something about this planet. We can do some cooking in the meantime. We don't really have anything to do other than wait for him to come back. There's still some research left, but obviously he's the only one who can do it. Other than that, there's nothing left for us to craft. I'm not crafting the explosive charge, because I don't even want to be tempted. I would craft the autopilot device if we get there, but you know, I think we should be fine with Lucas, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just crafting some more radiation filters just to kill some time. And the technician go do maintenance.
Okay, I'm done. I can do this now.
The magnetic storm is coming. I'm wondering if... Ooh, kitchen failure. That's going to have any impact on our scientist's mission? I hope not. Let's make sure we have 2 people assigned for maintenance. We have. And our workshop broke. Well, let's... What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Critical base damage? What the hell is going on? Alright, we're good. That's a nasty magnetic storm though. Much stronger than the other ones, right? I don't think I've ever seen the base critical thing. Maybe it was bugged before?
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Sure. Now we're tired. What about the scientist? He's still not back. I mean, that doesn't bode well, but the scientist hasn't returned to the base for the night. Uh-oh. Did we make a mistake? Did it actually matter? Did we send him out on the wrong day? Gun refiner is locked. Why? No info. I don't know where he's locked. Maybe because it's emergency hours? Okay, I think we've heard this line before, but I think now was the correct time for it to happen. The, what was he thinking? Leaving the base like this line? Because I think it's about the scientist. Anyway, nothing much left to do. The magnetic storm is going to be over in 2 hours, so we might as well head to sleep. And wake up on day 79. The sun is dangerously close. High planet activity. Night radiation starts earlier. Anomaly activity has increased. New resources appeared on the planet surface. A new internal vein appeared on the planet surface. I'm not sure I'm even gonna bother picking that up. Alright, we're still waiting for the scientist to come back though, so... Let's talk to the refiner. Hey man.
Hey man, I'd like to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm literally standing right next to you. Something on your mind?
What's on your mind? There's bad news. The scientist hasn't come back for the night.
Yeah, I know.
You know what that means, don't you?
I mean... Yeah... He might be dead, or he might be at the outpost. at the rebel outpost. But yeah, it's bad obviously, but he's not necessarily dead. Maybe I'm kidding myself, but
Yeah. Nothing good. Shit, Jan. He's gone. For real. I just hope he didn't suffer too much.
is he? The quest didn't complete. So I don't know, man. There's no shot, right? Because if I want to metagame for a second, well, maybe the quest only popped once you had at least one final preparation setup done. I'm not sure, because otherwise the disappearance would softlock you, right? Or if he's really dead. Right, what are we going to do? We're gonna craft useless stuff again to make...
Come see me. I'd like to draw your attention to something.
Uh-oh. So he's just gonna walk in? Where the hell have you been?
Hey. You're back. I thought I'd lost you. Relax. I'm not that easy to get rid of.
Where did he spend the night?
How is that possible? You were outside for the whole night in lethal radiation. How the hell did you survive? I found the planet's secret. I found
What do you mean?
Jan. And my word, was it worth it. Every day, every hour of this journey, each problem we struggled with to get here, I found our reward.
What is it? I've never seen you like this. Is he high?
I've never seen you like this. So elated. I've never felt like this. It's as if my thoughts are clearer and my body is lighter. And there's this energy filling me, as if nothing was impossible.
Well, what is it?
Well, what is it? What did you find? Words can't describe it. You should see it for yourself. I've marked the
What
coordinates.
do you
on your map.
mean?
Just go and check it out. I'll call you once you get there.
I mean, we don't have a choice, but that's a weird thing to say, right? Wait, is that? Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. There goes our shield. Find the place discovered by the scientist. Is it this?
Bridge. So
Yeah,
that's
we've
what
been
he
here
needed those
before,
bombs
right?
for.
And what's here then?
Would you like me to address that?
Yeah.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
Some loose rebellion. Are these our outposts? Yeah. Sure. Ooh. That's like in the middle, like Rapidium, but it's a lake. Is that water? It looks like. I mean, it's definitely, those are definitely plants, right? Assuming those are not holograms again. So there's life here? What does that tell us?
So, are you there?
Yeah, I am.
Not a bad sight, is it?
It's incredible. Is that water?
Yes. I analyzed it. I spent the whole night down in that valley.
And did it
My
protect
radiation
you?
sensor didn't
Yeah,
spike once.
I guess so.
It's like a whole different ecosystem in that area. The atmosphere is different, and there's life in the water and around it. Not just plants, but microorganisms. And it's real. Not a proximity plane, not a potential landscape, but true material reality here and now.
But the sun, doesn't it burn everything on the surface?
That, my friend, is the most interesting part. Come back to the base and we'll talk.
What's the angle here? Is the angle that you could actually survive here? Is there a secret third option? Hanging it out, building a base on the oasis? Let's see what he has to say. Do we need to build a... No, I don't think it's worth building a travel pylon. I don't think we're gonna come back here. Maybe... yeah, maybe one time, but... About the research. 2 more hours for the autopilot device. And after that, I don't know. We can do energy gates inversion, even though odds are we're never going to go through another energy gate again. Let's not get zapped again. Ooh. And see what the scientist has to say about that whole oasis business. Congratulations on your discovery.
Some discovery. An oasis? In the middle of this place? How the hell does it even exist? It's as much a mystery to me as it is to you. What if this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what Rapidium can do? I knew this planet held secrets, but I didn't expect it to host such marvels. It seems the vegetation in that valley gets annihilated every time the sun rises,
Oh.
but reappears shortly afterward to rapidly regrow again.
Is that surprising though? We know
Life.
that.
Some people would say it's a miracle, but I've never believed in miracles.
I'm not sure why this... I mean, maybe the implication is that it creates life from nothing, because otherwise we know that it accelerates growth, right? And if it uniformly accelerates growth in an ecosystem, it would stand to reason that, you know, evolution, which normally obviously isn't observable, would happen in in a very short timescale, right? The same way that one human body can grow in a very short time with Rapidium, it stands to reason that that would apply for our whole ecosystem. But I mean, it's cool regardless. But my assumption would be that, you know, the sun wipes out most of it, but there are some cells left. The most basic forms of life maybe being the most resilient, and then the Rapidium basically makes it so that it blooms again. But I guess it's cool either way, but I don't think it's that surprising. I was hoping that maybe the Rapidium, that the oasis would be protected from the light or something. The same way it was protected from the radiation. I've never believed in miracles, neither did I.
Neither did I. Yes, there has to be an explanation.
We still need an explanation for
the modified composition of the atmosphere in that area,
how
the
life
lack
got
of
there in the
nighttime
first place.
radiation, and I have a theory. I've called it the theory of continuity. Wow, you already thought of a catchy name. The main assumption is that with every alternation, the oasis is reborn in a more progressed state than it was in the previous cycle.
Okay, that would be
And
interesting.
by somehow remembering the state in which it died, it starts over from that point, only to move forward. Constant evolution. A relay of life defying the obliterating forces of this star system. It might be expanding, who knows? Maybe one day it will cover the whole surface of this planet.
And then, yeah, and then what? Would that be how an Earth-like planet is formed then?
And then what? I don't know. Regress even further?
Is it gonna...
Don't forget, its presence is clearly affecting the atmosphere. Maybe it's looking for a way to live forever? Or simply to bear some extraordinary fruit, fertilized by an underground vein of rubidium. Imagine, Jan, what if its existence is somehow related to the veins we've seen in the interval? If only I could find out.
It makes sense, right?
See it with my very own eyes. Stay here to witness the upcoming cycle, and the next one, and then the next.
Yeah. Would you seriously consider that? I get the curiosity, but I don't think there's another rescue party coming.
Would you seriously consider such an idea? Staying behind on this godforsaken planet? I know it sounds crazy, irrational even. Still, something in me wants to say, yes, I would consider it. It's what I want. And I'm starting to think this planet is where I was truly born. Everything else was always only in my head. What if I'm not supposed
That's
to go back to
true.
Earth? What if this is my home, my destiny?
I mean, he has a right to choose, obviously.
You always were fascinated by this place. Yes. But don't worry, I wouldn't forget about you and your mission. I could get everything ready for you, then you could let me go. I just need a little time to prepare for the sunrise. I could hide in that shelter the rebels started working on. So, say you really managed to survive and study this phenomenon. You lived through several cycles of the sun, analyze data, draw conclusions, maybe even come up with a groundbreaking discovery. How are you going to share it with the world? What about what you've always wanted so much? Recognition. What if I was wrong? Driven by the wrong motivation. My ego instead of the truth. Even if it meant staying alone with that truth. Who knows? Maybe that's the only truth there is. The one we have to face alone.
That's selfish, emotions are clouding your judgment, your passion is surprising. I don't think it's selfish, right? I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine believing in a cause like this so much that I'd be willing to do it. But I don't think there's anything selfish about his passion.
Your passion for this discovery is, surprising. You do know that staying here would mean certain death. The risk of going mad. Yes, when you look at it from a perspective, it would be madness. And for the first time in my life, I'm not sure if I can trust my judgment. This is such a new feeling. That's why I'd like you to do something for me.
Are we going to have to
I
choose? Oh
want you
no.
to decide. You created me this way, and the quantum computer chose you to be in charge of this mission. I will accept my fate humbly, whatever you choose it to be. Just remember, if you let me go, I promise to help you get ready first.
In a way, I don't know, it's the only real choice he'd ever get to make then. But it would be his. I'm not stopping him. Although he did say he's not sure if he can trust his judgment. But maybe that's just because he thinks it's irrational, but... Well, if it's irrational, shouldn't we stop him? Well, I don't know if passions have to be rational. He should pursue his dream.
Thank you. You've been priceless from the very start of this mission. But I don't have the right to stand between you and your dream. When we're all set for evacuation, you can go. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, he really wanted that.
let's
He was
not
just
waste any
worried
more
about the
time.
mission. Or maybe it being seen as him no longer being committed to the mission or something. Alright. Let's have him finish researching the autopilot device. And then, as far as I'm concerned, he can go. And we'll go as well. Let's check our alters' mental state. They are all feeling surprisingly good. Motivated. Calm, relaxed, and enthusiastic. Feeling okay, calm. And the scientist is feeling pretty good, so I think we can feel good about our decision there. Can we maybe... Oh yeah, we have some radiation filters queued for the loads, so let's put Botanist back in his greenhouse.
Okay, I'm done. I can do this now.
And I'm gonna do workshop once I find it again. 1, 2, 3,
I was
there we go.
craving a little privacy.
There we go, autopilot device. And just to be on the safe side, let's craft that. Alright. Any tasks left? 4 explosive charges. I'm not doing. I'm putting all my eggs in the fake rubidium arc basket. So the only thing left to do is let the scientist go. And then I think it's time to start the final mission. Wait, we did finish everything, right? Double check. Research. Yeah. I don't care about the energy gates. And yeah. Hey. Time for you to head out, my man. Shouldn't we help him build up the... like fortify the base, maybe? A little? Didn't we conclude that it wasn't really a good idea to stay there? When Miner and Technician were hanging out there? I don't know.
So, we have all the tech we need to get out of here safely. Your work is done. You can go and get ready to stay behind. We did it. You have all you need, Earth will have rubidium, and I will go and meet my fate in the Oasis.
Is he really not gonna be able to contact us ever again?
You've come a long way from being the guy who said only success is worth anything. Didn't we both come a long way? I underestimated you.
I underestimated myself too.
I don't blame you. I underestimated myself too. I might have added a brick to that wall, playing the smart ass, while in fact I was trying to prove something to you. In the end, we're more alike than we seem. We just put on different masks to protect ourselves. Well, I'm taking off my mask now. I can admit that I'm a little scared. But most of all, curious. That's what science should always be about, right?
Right.
Goodbye, my friend. My... Walter. Goodbye, man. Hope you find whatever you're looking for. Part of it, I already have.
The scientist has left the base for good. Yeah, he said something there that I think maybe I didn't think about enough, but we did see it in the technician and the miner storyline. If you were confronted with, and maybe I talked about it at the time, but it just stood out to me again. If you were confronted with people, with versions of yourself that decide differently at like major points in your life, like the branching points, it makes sense that your initial impulse would be to want to prove that you are the best version, right? To rationalize your choice. Because otherwise, if the other version of you is better, you'd kind of have to come to terms with the fact that you chose wrong. Yeah, and I think that would be kind of hard on the ego for everyone. Right. The scientist is gone. Let's see if we can't find a way out of here. I guess we have to go to the navigation console? No. Where are we going? At the base navigation console. Where is that? Oh, in the command center, right. Finalize preparations and wait for the rescue team. Let's do it. This is the point of no return. Make sure you have prepared everything you wanted before proceeding. Yep, the only thing we don't have is explosives, and we are not blowing anyone up. So we have everything. Let's go. Final day. New task. Last goodbyes. Say goodbye to your alters. Haha, the sun is coming up. Looks really neat. We are meeting up in the Ark sarcophagus. What order are we talking to them in? Reverse creation order, maybe? I think that would be tabula rasa, refiner, botanist, miner, technician. Not sure about botanist, miner. Let's talk to tabula rasa. I think that's going to be the shortest conversation. Have a safe trip, man.
You, TR,
TR.
buckle up and, yawn. Yawn. TR. Yeah. TR. That's you. Yawn. TR. Dolsky.
That's right, buddy.
Oh, shit. Hey, that's a serious name, TR. Looking forward to reading your book. Good. Bye, yawn. I'll see you on the other side. Bye.
I really hope my alters make it. Let's talk to Refiner.
Thanks for sticking around, buddy. Of course. So, you think we're gonna make it? I mean, get out of this on our own terms?
I'll do my best to make sure we do. We did a great job already. It's all that matters. Optimism, I'm pretty damn sure we will. Did he teach us optimism? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go with optimism.
I'm pretty damn sure we will. Well. Is that unwavering positivity on? Huh. Be careful. It can become a habit.
He would know.
Don't worry. I won't forget about the cynic in me. I hope not. If anything happens, remember to take good care of yourself. You owe it to all of us. And stay positive.
Alright, I'm going Miner. I'm going botanist next. Have a safe trip.
Right. So, this is it. It's all in your hands, I guess. There's so much more we should have discussed. But it's too late now.
Did we fail his personal storyline? I'm wondering, I think it was about Lena, right? Talking, I learned a lot from you anyway. Talking would have gotten us nowhere. You find your own way. I'm guessing if we had learned a lesson from him, we would have the same way we could use the optimism there. But I learned a lot from you anyway.
Don't you think we did enough talking? At least, I get the impression that I really learned a lot from you. Well, that's good to know. Doesn't change much for me, but never mind. Let's just get it over with.
Yeah, if the reason we didn't finish his storyline is that we didn't let him talk to Elena, then I can empathize with his pain, but I stand by the decision. Let's talk to Miner.
So, wish me luck.
Good luck, man. Even if we don't make it, the time I spent in this base is worth more than the whole life I remember. You gave me back my self-confidence.
I also took it from you, but I learned a lot from you too.
Well, you should know I learned a lot from you too.
Yeah, I know. What a jerk you could have become.
How much I can really endure.
Right. We both know that we don't have to be strong. We can be good with what we have, and with what we feel.
Good words for a new beginning.
Yeah. Let's hope we get to see one.
I really hope so too. Okay, last man, technician. He was... Wasn't he? Why does it say 3? Are they not numbered by creation? He was the first one to join us, right? Am I tripping? I'm pretty sure he was, but he also was our biggest antagonist. But I'm hoping we end on a positive note, right? I think our last talk was pretty positive as well.
So, this is it. Have a safe trip and see you on the other side. Thanks for helping me deal with my regrets and everything. What would I ever do without you, man?
We're gonna have to stay away from each other back on Earth, huh?
It's gonna be safer for you. Why I could introduce you as my lost twin. I mean, I'm gonna say it. I guess it's a joke, right?
Probably. Unless I introduce you as my long-lost twin.
Yeah, right.
It's been a ride, huh?
Tell me about it. I'll see you around, brother.
Answer the call from Earth. All right. Who is it? Agatha.
Young, Agatha here. Our people are about to land. Did you prepare everything as we discussed?
Maybe, but I have questions. Everything's ready. I mean, we should use the opportunity if we can get
Maybe.
something.
But I have some questions I'd like to ask you before we proceed with this plan.
I know you've been talking to Lena.
Uh-oh.
You do? Yeah. I know you do.
I thought we had a deal. No more secrets. Do you really think you can pull one over on me?
I'm just trying to keep my altar safe. What about your part of the deal? Looks like you're pulling one over on me. I don't know, can't we? Should we be honest? Let's ask her about her part of the deal.
What about your part of the deal? You never said anything about the rescue team being an armed squadron.
Oh. So you expect me to explain myself to you now?
I do.
After everything that's happened, I must say that's cheeky. But I will indulge you. The team is armed because this is a Rapidium retrieving mission, Jan. And the corporation will protect its assets with whatever means available.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't know what you and your ex have been discussing so fervently on an unauthorized channel, but I would like you to listen to me very carefully. Whatever you might be thinking of doing, you must understand that your time of breezy irresponsibility is coming to an end. You are heading back to society, where certain rules and laws apply. In this world, every decision you make has consequences. And not just for you. Take Lena, for example. Her career, so promising. It would indeed be a shame were it to be cut short by criminal charges.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm ready and willing to face the law. But first, we'll have to keep our altar safe. And there's nothing much we can do for Lena, but... yeah, I don't like to be threatened.
Are you threatening me? Because I don't like it.
I'm just laying down the situation for you, as it is. If the mission is compromised, I'm afraid the disciplinary commission will have no choice but to investigate her involvement thoroughly. I can't imagine you'd possibly value a bunch of quantum-projected reflections of yourself more than your real loving wife, because that would be very narcissistic.
Oh, fuck
The
you.
corporation owes them nothing. You owe them nothing. They do not exist for real, and you know that. Because you're a grown man, Jan Dolsky, not a child who believes in fantasies. Smuggle them on board the ship as you were told, and do not attempt a single thing we haven't agreed on. Once you take off, your nightmare will be over, and there will be no more than ghosts to you. You'll forget.
Okay, I mean, she's basically going mask off here, right?
Everything's different in the light of day. And of course, I can't wait to have a blast with you at our press conference.
Yeah, okay. Meet the rescue team. Where? Outside? Where am I going? Airlock? Yeah.
So, this is it. Thanks for saving my life. Being a home for me. For us.
There they are. Oh, they already took the arcs off? Or did we do that?
This is the Ally Corp Rescue Squadron at your service, sir.
Service, huh?
You made it.
We made it. Hear that, guys? Praising us for getting here on time. You made it, Dolsky. And we couldn't believe the brief when we read it. How are you feeling, big guy?
I don't really have any interest in fraternizing with these guys, but we probably should do it right to not arouse suspicion.
What can I tell you? I'm running on empty.
No wonder, buddy. It's a miracle you're still alive. Operating that base, getting it to the other side of the planet, collecting rupidium, all on your freaking own.
Yep, all on my lonesome.
Heated debates about how you managed it.
It wasn't that hard, anyone would have managed. I'm a man of many talents. I'll tell you more when we get back. I'm a man of many talents.
All I can say is that I'm a man of many talents.
Humble and honest. I like that. You better prepare to be the talk of the town. Anyway, you must be
One way or the other, right?
Get that gritty ass of yours on the ship while we run a final checkup on that CB unit. All right, boys and girls. Let's go retrieve some allied corp assets. Okay, let's get that rupidium loaded first.
On it, sir. Scanning for contamination.
Uh-oh.
Hey, there's something strange about this one. It's heavier. And the bioscanner readings.
Uh-oh.
Contamination.
I don't know. Organic traces.
Dosky, did you have a cat that climbed into a rupidium arc or anything?
Can we blame our sheep? A cat? That's impossible. Not that I know of.
Cat? Not that I know of.
Well, we got something in here. Any explanation you can give him?
The sheep? Optimism. As long as we've got rupidium, who cares? Vulnerability. Please, let's just get out of here, okay? No idea. Sorry, I can't hear you. Sorry, I can't hear you. It's really funny. Let's just try telling him it's about the rupidium.
The only explanation I can give you is that we've got a lot of rupidium in there. Whatever else your equipment is detecting, I don't think it matters much. And I'm sure there'll be experts on the ground to analyze it properly back on Earth.
Are they buying that?
I guess you're right. Our job is to bring back the goods, not overthink it. This is not like we're going to leave part of the cargo behind. The bosses would kill us.
What do we do with the readings, sir? You want me to report them?
We'll do that once we're airborne. Just make sure those containers are sealed tight. You'll get a
I sure
proper
hope
checkup
you'll be
when we
knocked out
land.
by them.
We gotta clear the base and get out of here. On the double now.
Should we maybe have... I'm just realizing something. And I hope the game is not gonna call me on it. But we have like 6 personal cabins on the base. You're not gonna notice, right? We're planting the sleeping gas. And hope they don't notice we have 6 personal cabins
There's nothing.
in our base.
That's a lot of personal stuff for one guy.
Uh-oh. Maybe
Yes, sir. Head over to the research lab and it should be done.
since I spread out
Research lab, huh?
personal cabins, they won't notice. I would honestly respect the game for calling me on it though. Equip the autopilot, keep Lucas out of this, equip the rat, let Lucas help. Man, that looks beautiful, doesn't it? The sunrise. If it's all the same, why not use the autopilot? Lucas obviously has done a lot of wrong, but it's not gonna help anyone to implicate him in this. I don't know, maybe if you believe in, you know, punishment or atonement or whatever, but I'm using the autopilot. Let's hope this works.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
Bottom core secured.
All good on our side too.
Come on.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here before we get fried.
Oh, please. Hurry up. Thank you.
Did we do it? Who's gonna decide where we'll be put down now, by the way? I guess we'll see.
How did I end up here? Was this path just a random sequence of events? Now I know that there's always another way. I've made my choices. Wherever I go, they will be a part of me.
Us?
Good news on the food front, as another Rapidium food factory has been announced to open next month. This time not by a big corporation, but a small startup aiming at producing low-cost, high-quality products for everyone. It's the first time a company from outside the Big Six has taken Rapidium from research to production. And experts have no doubt that this is only the start of a bigger process.
Having these smaller companies who got their share of Rapidium entering the market is great news. Let's remember that those startups have big ambitions. They want to be innovative, think outside the box.
Purely.
And their priority is not to boost their stock prices, but to make their mark in the industry. I'm sure more will follow to create a competitive environment, and in the long run, Rapidium-grown food will be
Scientists divided over new reports on Rapidium.
to everyone.
More on that subject in our business segment right after the break.
Hello?
Hey, Jan, it's Sarah. Ready for court? The driver's on his way.
I've been stuck in this apartment for months. I'm excited to go anywhere. Even if it is my own trial.
Right. Just stick to the version we discussed, okay?
Is that a lawyer? You mean Ally Corp's version? Shouldn't I just tell them the truth? Oh. I hope I also survived, but either way, Ally Corp probably doesn't want that known, right? Let's have her tell us.
I'm still not convinced. Shouldn't I just tell the truth?
Does she know?
Look, we already talked about that, right? Let's follow the script. No mention of any illegal experiments up there, and you can count on leniency.
Illegal experiments.
Listen, I don't know the details of what went on, and I don't have to know. But we should be glad Ally Corp is willing to turn a blind eye on what you did. Steering their ship into a goddamn desert.
So I guess our plan worked. They got their Rapidium, they're scared I'll start talking. Yeah, I just wanted to quickly mention on the radio, I think, by the sounds of it, the big corporations got their hand on Rapidium. I wonder if Ally Corp had like a monopoly and managed to sell it off. And it sounded like capitalism is still capitalism. And while it maybe will improve our situation somewhat, it's still doing nothing to address some of the biggest problems, like the inequality. And I think it was also implied that access to rupidium and such, once again, would be exclusive to the people that already have stuff. But yeah, there was no alternative choice for us anyways. Maybe there would have been if we had stuck to Maxwell the whole way, but yeah, after everything we've known, there's no way that that's the better choice, I think. They're scared I'll start talking. They probably are. I'm wondering, what would the point be? Who would we want to expose? I mean, I don't know. It's probably not the option that shows the most conviction, if it's even an option in the game now, but I'm talking like if I were to choose. But if I'm in Jan Prime's shoes, I'm assuming my alters are alive and well, and we have no reason to believe that Ally Corp is gonna hunt them down or anything, then I think I'm gonna let it rest.
Of course they are. They'll do anything to make sure I don't talk.
Yeah, for some reason, the rupidium spin's all they care about. For now. They could stop being so generous if you don't play along. So just go with their story that you lost it up there.
That's your recommendation. As my lawyer.
It makes sense, doesn't it? A man stranded on a hostile planet after losing his whole crew, all alone for so long.
Temporary insanity, huh?
It's a valid strategy.
I'm a little unclear of if they don't want the whole illegal experiment alter business to get out. What am I? Oh right, I'm being accused of crashing their ship. And I'm pleading insanity. Okay, also, for some reason I was confused. Yeah, okay. It does sound reasonable, right? Somewhat.
Right. I guess it does add up, if you look at it from a certain angle.
That's correct. You need to be pragmatic here.
Okay. So, how did the morning hearings go?
Your mission controller testified first, Lucas Pena. He said that your erratic behavior could have been caused by manipulative instructions sent to you by Dr. Maxwell, his former boss.
Thanks, Lucas.
You're a real friend.
Maxwell's dismissal from the corporation is something we can work with. But still, you did what you did. You hijacked that ship.
So you still think I'm going to jail?
I don't think we can avoid that altogether. But there's a big chance for probation.
Probation, huh? I think I could handle that. Right. What about the other hearing?
Lena, she stuck to everything we discussed. No surprises there.
Okay.
Well, maybe except for one moment at the end when she pointed out that this was not just any mission for you. And how she witnessed you facing those struggles all by yourself and emerging a changed, better man out of it all.
Really? Those her words?
Yeah. Not exactly a game changer considering the scandal surrounding her exit from Allied Corp.
So Agatha made that threat real. How's she doing?
How is she handling it? Being fired like that?
Well, it wasn't nice, but at least they didn't press charges for sabotaging their database or whatever it was that she did.
Right. They simply didn't want anyone to find out how and why she helped me.
What matters to us is that she testified in your favor.
That means a lot to me.
It means a lot to me that she's still rooting for me, despite everything.
you'll be allowed to talk to her after the trial. I know she wants to meet. For now, why don't we focus on your testimony? Let's go through it one more time.
Yeah, no need to do that. My driver just arrived. I should go now.
The driver can wait. Are you absolutely sure you've got this? Your future depends on it.
I know. Don't worry. I'm ready to face it.
J, new encrypted message. J. Jan? From Jan to Jan? Is it from this? No, not from the side, it's from the other altars, probably. Huh. The altars. So I'm guessing it's confirmed that our altars are alive. And in a way, of course, Jan Prime kind of deserves to be punished. Because he broke laws, and as we've discussed at length, the whole altar creation is also just unethical. And maybe the corporation deserves to be punished too, but it was mostly Maxwell's doing, right? Both times Maxwell, at least from what we know, acted alone, both, or at least not with explicit permission from the company, at least once they knew about what happened with the suicide. And everything else they did, I mean, yeah, it's cutthroat business, right? And, well, it's more than that. The fact that Agatha, at the end, she basically admitted that our altars will be gone if we go with her plan. So, yeah, it's more than cutthroat business. It's also unethical, and I don't know. I don't know if the laws, how the laws would apply. If it would be illegal to kill the altars, I don't know. I assume if there are laws around creating cloning humans, there's laws about killing cloned humans as well. And I think, assuming there is an alternate version of this plot, maybe it's in this game, maybe we have to imagine it, where Maxwell got his hands on it, I don't think we'd be better off. I think, all in all, I'm mostly happy with how we chose.
We shared surprisingly common ground, feeling nothing more than regret. Till the coin got flipped around. Things never said in quantum state now won't remain unspoken. The clock is unwound, the choice is unsound, could now reopen. What if I got
to spend a day with you again. Of all the things that I regret, it's losing you that truly hurts. If I could take another turn, my life would never be the same. If I could
Did he really do all the voices? He did a good job. Some of them were really distinct.
I've been roaming with no guiding light, but I'm no longer left all by myself. Together we can win this fight. Things that we lost, the personal cost, are they really gone forever? We're not gonna fail, we need to prevail and sail together. And though it seems now anything could be undone, would you be really missing things if they were never truly gone? If I could take another turn, my life would never be the same. If I could get another chance today, if I could take us somewhere now, let us win this race against the sun and find a place where we could hide tonight.
At the end of the day, the only thing I wish they did was go a little deeper on maybe trying to explain and world build the ramifications of not only what we did, but of the whole. And maybe it was just, maybe the quantum computer and the simulating was just a needed plot device, and maybe there was no good way to explain. Maybe the quantum computer needed to be magic the same way that Rupidium and the interval in the end needed to be magic. And that's the point, we can't really look any deeper. But yeah, I wish they'd fleshed that part out a little more, and maybe there is more to the story if you spend a little more time listening to Maxwell. But yeah, I have wished that even on this path that we took, we maybe found out some more about Maxwell's ideas. Maybe through Lucas, maybe when Lucas eventually came clean, there would have been an opportunity to flesh that part out. And maybe it is, as I said, on another path. Yeah, and I think Act 3, maybe it was due to the way we played the survival elements, but I think Act 3 felt a little empty. Maybe it was due to the way we interacted with the rebel base, and maybe we just had a good setup with our outposts, that it felt pretty easy to get settled in, and then it felt like a lot of, waiting without huge plot moments, and I kept waiting for, a gut punch until the end, and there wasn't really a final huge challenge to overcome. Maybe the climb was meant to be, but yeah, it didn't feel that substantial. But yeah, apart from that, I thought the survival mechanics were really cool. The idea of it's basically similar to, I said it before, like factory games, like especially Factorio and Satisfactory, where you basically go on an alien planet and exploit the resources there, but having it tied so closely to a narrative experience as well, and heavily survival. I think nominally, I guess Satisfactory and Factorio are survival games, quote unquote, but yeah, this leaned much heavier on individual survival, and sustaining yourself in like a difficult environment. I thought that was really neat, and for the most part I thought the way the altars were set up and their sub-stories were interesting, although it did feel a little limited, because at the end of the day of course you are limited. It's the same person with quote-unquote minor differences for 5 times on the ship, and yeah, but I think for what it was and for the overall game length, it was a really neat mechanic to explore, and the idea of learning, basically using your altars to gain access to lessons you otherwise wouldn't have learned, because you would have had to make different choices to experience them for themselves, is a very neat idea. Yeah, I'm happy that my altars are alive. I'm a little bit unhappy that Ally Corp won't really face any repercussions for what they did. And Maxwell as well, maybe. Yeah, I think Maxwell... Yeah, I think Ally Corp's first mistake was not putting Maxwell on trial for what he did back then, but again, they were mostly interested in protecting themselves as a company. And yeah, it seems like Rapidium will in fact maybe improve conditions on Earth, but we probably didn't change much. But I think in the end it was the best outcome we could have hoped for. Let's wait until the end of the credits. Maybe there's gonna be one more scene. I think we found all movies, right? There was a list on screen. All the pet names. Waffel and 11 rats. Alright. Looks like that's it. Thank you very, very much for watching. And I hope I'll see you again sometime. Bye bye.